Hi there guys, hope you're well. I just wanted to show you with this video here. So quite late last night I put up a video about Google newspapers and how I believe that is the best tool for Mandela effect residual evidence, and I just want to demonstrate that to you now. And again, for those of you that have missed that video, and this is the first of my videos you're seeing, I'm going to show you from scratch how to get Google newspapers. So I'm on google.com here. In the box here you type in Google newspapers and enter. You see the first site that comes up here. So what I realized yesterday, if you just type in google.com/newspapers, which I'll show you, you get that. So you get an error because that isn't actually the website. And I looked closer and it's news.google.com, but I would say just stick with the method that I'm showing you. So this brings up, I believe, every paper in the world by the looks of it here that is available. Now, there is an archiving section on here. So I'm assuming how Google did this, they would have acquired even old newspapers pre-internet, and they would have scanned them onto systems for archiving purposes, which means I'll try and explain this as easy as possible, or for my understanding anyway. So if a picture has been scanned over, it can only be manipulated with something to the effect of Photoshop. So you can't highlight words in an article, for example, therefore you won't be able to manipulate its algorithm. That probably is a terrible description as to what's going on there, but that's the best of my understanding is how this would work. In a nutshell, if a newspaper clipping has been scanned over, it's very, very hard to manipulate it. Therefore, they are as original to my understanding as to how all this works. So I just wanted to type in Cruella Deville. So that's how I remember it being spelled. Now it's spelled Cruel Deville, or Cruella Deville, like cruel devil basically. And I found many, many things on this as well. And also with this tool, type in dates. So I've got another video that I want to do that I haven't done yet, but I've typed in the date that JFK was assassinated, and I've actually found pictures of his car. And to me, they look like they are only able to hold 4 people in them. But I haven't put that video up yet because I want to do a bit more research on it. But let's just stick with this Cruella Deville example here. So I've typed in Cruella Deville as I know it's spelled. Search archive. So I just did this a minute ago, that's why I'm doing it now. So you can immediately see the top results that have come up. So the top result has the spelling as it is now, Cruella Deville. However, you look at the one underneath, they spell it how I know it. The one underneath that, they spell it how I know it to be spelled. Then underneath that, it changes again. Back to how it's spelled now. Back to how it's spelled now. Back to how it's spelled now. Back to how I know it's spelled there. So let's click on the newspaper clipping that I just checked before this. Right. So the only thing is with this, and the reason why I'm telling everyone about this is because it's going to take man hours. There's a lot of articles to get through. And again, to my understanding, you can't just search out specific words. I know there's a control and F key that will sometimes allow you to do that. I don't think that works on this because these images are scanned copies of the newspapers. Therefore, the words aren't searchable. So if you see, for example, it's a hand there that moves it around rather than allowing me to highlight words, if that makes sense. So let's just have a quick look at this article. Luckily, it typically takes you straight to roughly where the article is. So here, the story of the evil Cruella Deville. So again, Deville, the spelling that I know it as, D-E-V-I-L-L-E. So let's have a look at... Oh, another thing actually, let me show you. So it tells you which paper it's from. So this is from the Lakeland Ledger. I Don't know that. Maybe that's a US newspaper. I don't personally know that one. May the 7th, 1999. It also gives you a magnified look here, so you can zoom into different parts of the paper. So if you see an image that catches your eye, you can skip straight to that. This tool, I believe, is going to be the tool that finds something huge on the Mandela effect. Let's see this one. So I haven't actually checked on this newspaper. Let's see if we can just find it from scratch. So again, this is, as you can see, why it needs man hours, because I don't have the time to go through all of these articles to find things. So I can't see it off the top of my head now because I don't want to be checking on this too long for the video, but you get the gist as to how things work. So again, Beaver County Times, August the 6th, 2007. But again, this just requires a lot of time to check through these articles. But I've already found Kit Kat with a hyphen in one article. The JFK one, I'm waiting until I find a bit more. As for my eyes, I don't personally know the car, but it looked like it could only fit 4 people in there. The one that's in the article, if you type in the date of his assassination. But that's all from me today. Well, maybe not necessarily today, guys, but for now anyway. So thanks a lot for your time. Cheers. Have a good one. Bye.